Who you get blocked by? Who's cute? That's the movie. See, I gotta teach you the game. You're just a child. Hey, I gotta teach you how to game, bro.
Teach me the game for what? What am I supposed to do?
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team.
I should be understanding.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Because the study is saying, nah, this ain't what you want, baby. I want to show you this ain't what you want.
You really.
Alright, bruh.
You know, the girls be like, nah, don't try to talk to me. This ain't what you want. Nah, I'll show you. I'll show you this ain't what you want. All that talk. I'm gonna show you.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm not touched. I'm not even touching.
From the 31, Wentz. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Wow, so I'm not that.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches to answer your guys out of the backfield.
On the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Wentz now on first down.
Are you sure we're good?
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Hi guys.
He's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
On first and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Throwing on third and long. Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Decon, 132 final. Hey, Charlie. Go.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. No. SOS.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Pittsburgh. Go. Ready? Here we go.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now it's counter. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Steelers nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Kill. Quarterback up 6'6", pull it high.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. On 1st down, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they had been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Got his man, it's Williams.
Oh, my God.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there, exactly as you described.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Denzel Perryman gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Wentz. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A gain there of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Mack. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run it with Mack, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marlon Mack with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready?
Throwing again. Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Here we go. 120!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw from his end zone. Herbert under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time in the decision. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie first rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work.
I guess he don't mess with us.
Ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether.
Let's go, James Conner. Let's go, James Conner. Let's go, James Conner. He gone.
The 30.
Talk to me, Conner.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 99 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
Break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1.
Nice.
I'm gonna run your defense, Malik.
Heck, talk to him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is they went back out there and said, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. This pass finds its way to Williams. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
He definitely could have better. I mean, I run quick before, but I'm making my own adjustments.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. 2nd and 5. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. On 1st and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he got that. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Taywan Taylor. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Mack.
Oh,
He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of
two-header
bounds.
monster,
And Steeler
James
first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Marlon Mack.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack.
I just by myself.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it was almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot,
there
just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll need to get it to the 30.
Please tell me you running this again.
This is 3rd down. To throw his wins.
Please tell me you running this again.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Mack. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plate as they stop him right around the 1. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and
if he
move
do
people
score,
aside in
it'll
order to run
probably
the
be
ball.
1 minute left. All you got to do is get into field goal range, and it shouldn't be a problem.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
Talk to me,
And now it's amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down and inches. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry. And then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, damn.
He's back to throw. He finds Taylor complete, and he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Badgley on for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth
40
quarter.
seconds. And you got 3 touchdowns.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
We've seen it multiple times, but it's not that hard to
bring it
get
a
in the
few
field.
past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Oh, that's loud.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequencing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
I might have lost. This game won't me to lose.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! 74, 74. 3. Watch out. Check 3.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Kill. Pick the edge. Go. Down the man inside. Down the man.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Yeah, I lost.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Steps in trouble here. Down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Get out of here, buddy.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
I made some quitting. I'm riding. All right.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and you've got to